Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Heat 3, and in this episode of our season with Elliott Sadler's #1 Arctic Cat Chevrolet, we are going to be completing race 31 of 33, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300 at Texas Motor Speedway, which is also the second race of the round of 8, I believe. In the last episode, we were racing at Kansas, and I think we wound up finishing in 13th. We had a chance to probably get a top 5 or something, but I started getting knocked around. I tried going underneath Ty Dillon at one point and got crowded onto the apron. It was probably my fault, but according to what 704 Games has said about the AI poking their noses underneath you and stuff like that, it's our fault when they do that. So that means that was Ty Dillon's fault. I don't know. We're really fast in the turns, but only whenever I'm on the bottom. But they drive so slow at the bottom that I can't do anything. I get all my speed scrubbed off if I try running at the top, even though that's preferred lane at that track. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But this is a really good chance for us to win and lock ourselves into the Final Four, or at least do really good because it's Texas and it's always been over my strong tracks, my home track. And we're in the points lead right now, but we're second place in the playoff standings just because of the winner whenever we're at Kansas, but I think was Ryan Preece maybe, or maybe it was a different driver, I don't remember. But yeah, we've got a good distance on Christopher Bell, so yeah, I don't think we really have to win anything. We could be fine at Texas, maybe okay at ISM and still get locked into the Final Four, but my biggest concern right now is with Christopher Bell, Justin Allgaier, Matt Tift. I think it was actually Matt Tift that won whenever we went to Kansas. Maybe I got that wrong. Or maybe Matt Tift won at Dover. I don't know. I got everything from last week mixed up. As opposed to the Cup Series, Texas is pretty much a full throttle track all the way around, except for in track it. Well, except for in traffic. I don't know why I said track it. I'm having a hard time focusing, speaking this language. But golly, it's extremely sunset right now. This would be a nice setting to start the race, and I don't know why they can't just let you start a race at sunset and finish it at nighttime in this game. But I guess that's just the deal. But yeah, this is a night race at Texas. I don't think we've raced at Texas yet this season, same as goes with Kansas. But the thing is, like, I think they raced at Kansas and Texas twice in the Cup Series, so it's kind of different. We got Ryan Preece on the pole. Let's look through more of the standings. I want to see where Justin Allgaier is going to be starting at Jeff Green in last place. I've seen that so many times. Okay, Allgaier starting in 6th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 9th. So I don't think that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to be making the Final Four because we've got 2 races left until we get there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is, nowhere near getting locked in just like that. I think he's below the cut line right now. So that's good. We want to have ourselves some true championship contenders whenever we get to Homestead. Nobody that's not even supposed to be here. Well, let's just get on to the race. Stop talking about nonsense that I'm pretty sure none of you guys actually emotionally care about. Justin Allgaier goes to Charlotte for the Roval, finishes 39th. We come to this race, a very pivotal race for his chances of getting the championship. Now he has to win ISM because they just sent him all the way to the back of the field. Wow, this game's handing it to me on a silver platter. Let's not throw it away. Okay, I want to drop in behind Christopher Bell right here, who's also in the round of 8, just like we saw at the standings a while ago. We get a good run into turn 1, maybe. Okay, I got my nose in there. Once again, 2 Ream cars, Ryan Preece and Christopher Bell, almost touching the apron, and they're getting a better run off than me on the outside. That's just how the AI are programmed. Don't touch Cole Custer, good lord. Okay, gotta get a good arc into 3. And like I said, it's just full throttle track in here. See, I mean, it's not entirely nighttime yet. If you compare what it looks like now to what it'll be at the end of the race, I think the skies will be darker. I'm trying to get a run on Christopher Bell again. If I can right here. There we go. Okay, it's going to drift up a little bit. Ryan Preece is checking up in front of me. Trying to get a little bit of this draft so I can pull myself past Christopher Bell, and maybe we can clear him going to turn 3 this time. We should be able to. Now, passing the leader, that is usually extremely difficult unless they just leave a gap at the bottom and you can get your nose under there. Because if you try going on the outside, you just wind up scrubbing off more speed than them, even though you're going through the corner faster. Kind of the same thing it does at Kansas. Except I don't think it's as bad just because this track is easier than Kansas overall. And see, we got a good run to the corner. He left the bottom wide open. And am I going to clear him? I guess not. Oh, no. Yeah, we're clearing him. Okay, well, let's go ahead and win the stage then. Maybe there was a day race at Texas at the beginning of the season that I don't remember. I was just looking through the schedule like last night because I wanted to see like how we raced at Kansas whenever I was recording uploading the other videos. It was like, no, we only went to Kansas once, and I can't remember if I saw Texas in there too or not. Remember we had 2 Texas races in the Xfinity Series whenever we were doing NASCAR Heat 2, didn't we? Okay, so no pit stops after the first stage. That's 10 stage points, 1 playoff point. So, yeah, I really don't have to do that much. I think we're still in that situation where I could finish pretty bad at ISM, which is, maybe it's like a 50-50 chance because ISM is a tough track and always has been in some of these games. But, yeah, we don't have to do that strong whenever we go to ISM at this moment, unless something goes very wrong towards the end of this race, as far as like finishing goes. If it doesn't pull that stupid crap on me like it did whenever we were racing in the truck series at the beginning, where I almost won my first race of the season and then caution on the white flag causes a restart, even though that's not how NASCAR works. Well, I guess we'll just skip to the end of this stage too. Well, they're probably going to beat me on the restart like they always do, huh? I'm trying to hold them back. Wow, ping pong physics. Like that was my fault. Okay, I've got to put in all the effort to pass Christopher Bell now, because they get these amazing restarts. I think even if I put on manual transmission, I would shoot past the line faster, but then they'd still come back on like outside of me off the corner or some crap. So now I've got to get a run, Christopher Bell. I actually have to race, guys. Wow. Guess that's something I should complain about too, is having to actually race in a NASCAR game. Okay, we're getting a good run off of turn 2 right here. It all just dies off because I don't have his draft. So I don't know what the heck keeps him in front of me whenever he doesn't have the draft up to anybody. Okay, got to run. Kind of getting forced to take to the outside. Ooh, that was a really good side draft, but I'm trying not to put it into the wall. We're going to lead the lap, and we're going to clear him through the front stretch. Christopher Bell has just been dive bombing and overdriving every corner with no repercussions because, you know, NASCAR Heat 3 AI, where they drive the track very wrong and get advantages out of it. But that's another 10 points, so I've gained 20 points already. And then 2 playoff points, so that's actually 22 points. It's like 2 of those points are permanent once we get into the, well, not even the final 4. So yeah, I guess these 2 extra points are just regular points. They're not even extra. They're not going to the next round because in final 4, everything just resets completely and it's just who finishes where. But yeah, they're taking their pit stops. Left sides are in the 70s. The right sides, we're obviously going to change those. And I'm thinking we have to change the left sides too, because you saw how close Christopher Bell is getting close to me going to the corners. So I probably should have to do that. I'm probably going to lose positions because of this. Let's just get enough fuel to make it to the end of the race with 1.5 cans. And okay, we didn't actually lose any ground. So they're on 4 tires. They're on the same fuel strategy. I know we probably skipped like 2 laps right there. So it said 14 with 16 laps to go, but it's probably 14 laps to go now. Maybe less, I don't know. We'll see whenever we get to the line. It is, oh, it's 13 laps. So yeah, I think we're 1 lap to the good. But considering I have this as a full throttle track right now, I might actually lose 2 laps of fuel in the process. You know what happens in every race at Chicagoland. Freaking Chicagoland in the Core League where everybody was just running out of gas and Christopher Bell runs me over off the corner because I'm trying to block like a moron. That would be happening if they didn't have such hacked EA Sports transmission. It's not even EA Sports and they still got the EA Sports transmission. Come on, man. These cars aren't even supposed to have horsepower these days compared to what they did back then. Well, now I got to put in more effort to take the lead. It should be easier than it was last time because we have fresher tires. All depends on if he leaves the bottom wide open. He didn't exactly do it, but I forced the issue, and we're getting all slippery and soapy and fishy and bathtub body all over Christopher Bell right now. We're so lubricated. Leave the bottom open. There you go. Thank you, dumbass. Well, the white flag is waving. We're still in the lead by almost a full second. It's starting to deteriorate by like maybe a tenth a lap, which didn't start happening until like maybe the last 2 laps of the race. As far as the fuel mileage goes, we've actually been using up, I think, less fuel than what the game is expecting of us. Maybe that's correct. And I'm going full throttle around the entire track. Whenever the AI themselves, they tend to drive slower, so maybe it would make more sense in a full-length race, because in the end the AI would have like 3 or 4 more laps worth of fuel than you. I don't know. Let's do some Texas-sized donuts. Some big-ass, long blonde-haired donuts. Sugar-coated. Midnight donuts. It's not even nighttime still. When does it actually become nighttime? This looks like it's 6:30 right now at this freaking track. I honestly thought that there was some kind of transition. I mean, this isn't even a night race. I think there would be more change if it was the full-length racing. I've seen there been a change in these NASCAR Heat games where if you run really long races, Stop spinning the tires. I'm in second gear. Never mind. Whatever. I still think this is so stupid that we've got the 18 car and the 20 car. Same paint scheme, same sponsor, nothing different whatsoever. Except for the roof. The roof on the 18 car is red and the one on the other car is white. But this is... We all have to admit that it was so stupid that in the early 2000s, we had a red 9 car sponsored by Dodge dealers, and then a red 19 car sponsored by Dodge dealers. Come on, man. And then you play NASCAR 08 and NASCAR 09, where you have 3 9 cars all at once in the freaking nationwide series. Golly, man. NASCAR with the sponsor paint scheme, all this crap stuff. Okay, well, let's get out of here. That'll be the thumbnail because it's stupid. Take a look at the results. Yeah, we won the first stage, second stage, won the whole race. We got the maximum amount of points that you can get in a race. And we locked ourselves into the Final Four, so really the whole point situation really doesn't matter as long as we won the race. Never mind, it was Christopher Bell that won whenever we went to Kansas. The whole red and white car thing. Cole Custer, Matt Tiff, Ryan Preece, Christopher Bell, all these red and white cars. I said at the beginning of the season, that's why it's so hard to remember. So me, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, and Matt Tiff. Just now, guys, below the cut line because he started so bad, and I'm sure he still finished okay. You probably saw them in the results a while ago, but I didn't. Dale R. Jr. is 32 points behind. So, honestly want Just Now Gar to make it to the Final Four. So we have ourselves an actual championship battle. Because if he's in there, you know they're going to make him be like the main fight. Come on, Just Now Gar. You can go out there, win Phoenix. I've got to record that in a bit, so I'm about to find out. And here we are in Victory Lane. Same old generic Xfinity Series trophy. They have a few of the real ones. Like, we went to the Charlotte Roval in the Xfinity Series, and they have the same trophy that was for the... I think it was the second Charlotte race back whenever I played NASCAR Thunder 2004. So apparently I have the same trophy. It's not even Cup Series. He's still wearing the One Main Financial clothing. I just hit my ankle with my controller, and it hurts so fucking much. Well, that was our 8th win of the season, and the closest anybody else in this season has come to that was Justin Allgaier with 5 wins. So it'd be a shame if the guy with the second most wins is not going to be battling for the championship with. So that's how much I really want him to win at ISM. Because, that's obviously... Well, I don't think it's going to take that. He just has to, have a good race overall. Because he's only 5 points below the cut line to knock Matt Tift out. So, yeah, come on, Just Now, guy. I don't want to battle for a championship with Matt Tift. See you next time. That's that, and episode over.